Hey, you guys, what the hell is going on? This is Rick down here in Key West, Florida. And yes, I'm still searching for that good news, that gospel good news from our Bible. And I just can't seem to find it. But I know that when we're finally done with our works, that's when the good times happen. You understand that? It's the idea that, once you get your works done, go clean your room, and then you can go out and play. Well, that's where a good number of people wish they were in their lives. But here I'm just here for a quick one. I think quickies are good. I don't know where all the people are that are joining this discussions or these discussions. Hard to hear from any of y'all talk, and so it's not a requirement that these are things that you're supposed to do on your own anyways. But it's all right to get a good. I'm a helper is what I am. I'm just trying to get the word out, showing you that there's two sides to that word. And we've been doing things lately, and no one seems to like to read the things that have to do with scripture. They like the they like the hot topics and stuff like that. But the scripture readings, they a little yada yada over that. These are the most interesting things. Once you find that this thing that I do, this thing I do with this stuff here, that's some of the coolest shit on earth. It really is. I discovered stuff like this, and then I pass it on to you. This is the way our Bible is written, and every bit of it syncs up. Every bit of it. I haven't come across one thing that doesn't work. This is really cool. It's a science of some kind. It's a discovery. It's not mine. I didn't make it up. But in a good bit of it is just to share with you that there's more to our Bible than meets your eyes. All right. So I want to share. Let's see. What's the matter? I just pushed it. Hello. In Leviticus chapter 26, 36. Can't see that is a 9 and 6, 7, 8, and a 9. That's a good thing. It's a good number. As for those of you who are left, I will make their hearts so fearful in the land of their enemies that the sound of a wind-blown leaf will put them to flight. They will run as though fleeing from the sword, and they will fall even though no one is pursuing them. All right. So that's what I wanted to get over to you. This is another spell of some kind, or a curse, you want to call it, that God would give to the religious people. This is who this is for, because these are people that follow the word. These guys that don't follow the truth, which is the spiritual side of these things, and you insist on the trespassing side of things, which is the word, this is what he does. He makes it so that just even the faint sound of a leaf falling to the ground is going to freak you out, So, that's crazy. That's how the fear is. This is an effect of beta conscious, having this devil on, always worried about this devil, and it also brings about superstition and stuff like that. You're always knocking on wood and, trying to keep keep on the good side, the sunny side, stuff like that. No stepping on cracks and shit like that, walking on eggshells. Well, this is Satan, and everybody else is doing it too. So, might as well get in there with them. But this is the influences of things that whenever you finally make it over this, when you have tossed this part of us away and actually connected to God, none of that stuff bothers you anymore. It says, troubles you not. Don't think about it. Don't worry about it. And it also tells us to stop worrying about people that are caught up in hell. They're doing their job. They're doing our thing. And they're working out their own problems. So, and a lot of times, like, I can come right out and try to help somebody, and right away it's like, oh my God, you're Satan. And I can't be further away from Satan, but, what can I tell anybody else? Everybody has their own mind, but, no, I was just telling you the other day that this idea that we have this unclean mind that we're brought into this way. That's what it means to have to honor mother and father is to clean the mind, and this is all an inside thing. There's wonderful stories about you keep the outside clean, but the inside's all rotten, filthy, and dirty. Those are really quite telling. How are you going to get inside there and clean everything out? You're not going to. I had a friend that committed suicide by swallowing Drano, and that was horrible. I just imagined what a horrible thing happened to that poor guy. But, that's his ending. That was his ending. We find that in one of the stories, not too long ago, which one was it? Oh, I won't be able to tell you. Can let's see here. Wasn't Leviticus? This was Proverbs. All right, in Proverbs 30. Proverbs 30. This was a story about. It's a story from a son, someone's son in the Bible, somebody's son. So that makes it's a story coming from the mouth of the seed of man, the son of man. And so, and in the story, he's asking, I don't know anything. I don't know about going up or going down or going anywhere. I don't know anything about this. But he does know that what he is asking for, what's really required for him, he says, who is this person that created all this? And who is his son? Who can say this? Who can name them? And of course, this is where, God and Jesus Christ. Well, my goodness, no. This was the end of the first four things. This was questions, it was a question. And this is being narrated and spoken to by somebody's son. So it is a soul that is speaking to us. So this soul then goes on to tell us that he's only requiring two things that happen. Do not deny me this before I die. So these are the things that have to happen before you die. He's looking for us to take away the vanity. Vanity is that idea of the bottomless pit that's being connected to the lower mind, having to get disconnected from the material side of the world. We have to shut down Father. We have to do something to get rid of him, to put him to sleep. And it also says to get rid of the lies. And the lies become the word that's taken you away from God on purpose by God's will to teach you the understanding of God's fear. You're supposed to learn God's fear through, joining religion, doing whatever they say, following whatever they do, and and increasing in your trespasses as you go. You have to do that, We started this off telling you that, and he's going to increase your fears. He's going to do all this. This is what he's doing. This is where the fear comes from. He has made it so that you are scared of everything. You just don't know this idea that you are under a spell of some kind, a curse, where you're afraid of your own shadow, believe it or not. And you damn well should be, because you are the Antichrist. You are every one of these things that's hidden from you. You are the beast. You are Satan, men and women both. You are Baphomet. You are this child eating monster. I'm sorry, I just can't bring good news to you. I mean, if you want that, but go back to the folly, If you really want the good news, the idea is that, all of this stuff is it's been created for you and by you, and it's all about you. And you can get out of all of that, come over to the other side, and be on the side of, wow, this is pretty cool shit. And now the cool things happen. Now it's great. Even though you think all your friends and know all your friends, everybody around you are still wallowing around in this other pit, this idea of being dead, that if you could teach them how to just do a couple little things in their meditation, that can bring them over to a lighter side of things, and it takes away the feelings of this lower conscious. It takes away the anger and the gnashing of the teeth and all of that stuff. It makes your your mind and your life peaceful. He takes away that anger. He takes away the fear. He takes away all those things that he gave you before. And so, this is how it makes sense that, you're supposed to, you're going to reap whatever you you sow. And right now, if you're sowing from the wayside, that's the first of the kingdoms. Remember, there's 4. One by the wayside. That's the one when the devil comes and takes it out your heart and you're gone. That's the word being taken away. That's your child getting away, because you learned from the wayside about sowing your seed, and so the seed is taken away from you. You sow it on rocks is the second one. Remember, this is the parable for the sowing of the seeds. Is that the second one was done on the rock. So you would think that was a great one, except that, it was about emotions. Yeah, I got a feeling. Oh yeah, I got the spirit. Oh, but it didn't have a root. It didn't have any place to hold on to. It was just a fleeting kind of feeling of some kind. It didn't have root, so it withers and dies and goes away. So sowing your stone, your seed on the stone isn't the way you do it either. And then we get these thickets, thorns. It's the third one. This is our body. That's what we're talking about here. The physical side of us is just so busy with this and that, and got this going on, and it just cannot. It gets choked. The word gets choked, and it just can't come out. So the seed doesn't come out there either. Then you get your fourth world. The fourth kingdom is our spiritual side. And this spiritual side, when you're running around doing the word and following the bitch, the strange woman, she doesn't water you correctly. She doesn't water. She waters you in a way that you just love her so much, that you're just so idle that you never really want to get out of her hands at all. In this way, this is the being overwatered, that it just, it spoils the child. It spoils the seed. And so that's generally, this fourth kingdom is full of the robbers and the thieves. These are the people that take from you. All right. And she becomes the second beast, one of the ones that got to get killed, and he becomes the first beast, which is the skin, or mind. You have to have a new mind, and you also have to have a new way of thinking. And when you're bringing mother and father both together, mother comes in and takes over for her, takes over for the whore. And that moon no longer shines its light, which means it no longer affects you. It's the whole same story that we were talking about. But this fourth one over here is the fertile ground, that if you could sow your seed on this, it's the spiritual side. And that's what we teach here on this channel. It's the spiritual side of our Bible. This is where you learn to sow the seed. And when you sow your seed on the from the spiritual side of our Bible, from the spiritual side of the Word. Remember, the Word is here. The spiritual side is what's hidden, what we talk about here, but it's the occult side of our Bible. That's where we find that side saves, and it hooks us up to the second phase here, the second one here, which is the eagle. This is where we go for our flight and move and get our business, and it's all about meditation. So this is about fear, where fear comes from and where fear goes and how it goes. Is that you're always going to be fearing for your life and for everything. Even fearing, oh, if I don't go to church, or if I don't pay my dues, if I don't, do this, if I step on that crack again, enjoy your poverty, okay? This is what poverty is about. Poverty is about having absolutely nothing. And grasp at anything. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. But there's only one way. There's only one way, and it's a shame. It's a shame that your minds cannot see how simple it is, But perhaps you're just not there yet. Not yet. All right. Because everyone's supposed to come over one day. But, I think but I'm not so sure about that. I don't know where I've heard that from, and I haven't found it in our Bible yet. But this idea that everyone gets a chance to come out of this hell, from what I'm reading, no such thing. No such thing. Very few get out. Very few. Come along with me. Come along with me. All right. Is that like Jesus saying, follow me? How about just learn how to do this on your own? Get your own group going on. Go teach and do other things. Bring some light into this world. That's what we're doing. All right. I love you guys. Hope you got something out of this. Hope you learn to get rid of that fear. It's a wonderful feeling to not have to fear anything anymore.